We're laughing, shouting, holding on real tight. Just examine that old school sound in the rhythm of night, where the fun's always found. Here we're rolling all the way, just let the good times go. In this pixelated land, where the wild ones go. Cruising at the arcade floor. We're shooting in Gallagher Road. Yeah, we're glowing at the Pixel Show. Let's blast them at the game machine glow. Well, everybody playing, everybody scoring. Scoring at the baller room touring.
Hashtag winning, everyone. It is Friday night. Welcome to Gaming Happy Hour. I am here alone. Burger Time Babe, not able to make it tonight. So I decided I'm going to call in the troops tonight and we're going to do some fun stuff with everybody. So let's get these guys here on the show. We have Stock Jock, Todd, just Todd, Nerd Master, Ace of Jacks Media Grounds, and Joe Cade. How we all doing tonight, fellas?
Good.
Awesome. Great, man.
Awesome. Great. Are we all ready and pumped for some hot takes? Do you guys have your
I already got my first hot take. That intro is fire, man. It's not fire. AI rap crap.
I don't know.
No AI rap crap.
Sheldon, can we play Just Todd? Can we get that?
No, I'm leaving if you play that. I'm out of here, man.
Yes, that actually is AI blues crap. People just don't do blues crap with AI. And I was like, this sounds really cool. So I kind of told him what to say. And I was like, that would be really neat to have at the start of a show, just kind of get people prepped. So guys, this is Friday. This is the Friday night show. This is the show you get before Saturday comes. So we gotta get hyped. We gotta be ready for this. But before we start, I want to make sure everybody's doing good. So let's go through the panel here, introduce everybody, and just see how your Friday night is going. So we'll start with Stock Jock. How is your Friday night going? And what you drinking?
Night is awesome. You want me? I got it right here, and I'm not going to disclose what's in it because it's
good. Don't.
We'll see how the show goes. I'm doing great, man. Just got done watching some Super Game Room dudes, and saw that where Michael B was forced to plug Just Todd quite a bit, and but no, it's work was easy today. No, none of our construction jobs, fell apart, so it was a good day.
Awesome. Todd, Just Todd, Nerd Science Master. You change your name to Just Todd 684. That's what you need to do. Nerd Science Master needs to go away. Be Just Todd.
I already have the patent pending for Nerd Lounge Master 84. So I really don't. That's a lot of paperwork. I really don't have time for that. So,
how are we doing tonight, Todd? And what are we drinking?
Well, for licensing reasons, I can't say. I'm sorry. I don't think they sponsor you, so it'll be all right. But I'm actually doing well. This is my last day before I start my new job on Monday. So
congratulations,
Todd! Congratulations!
Thank you.
Yes.
So I will enjoy my my last day of freedom, and then back to the grind on Monday. So
that's how great Todd is. Todd's been going through some stressful stuff, but you would never have known that.
Never.
Off of how he streams. So Todd's been a real trooper here lately, so I'm so glad you things are working out right now. So that's awesome, man. Awesome.
Thank you.
Ace of Jack's Media Grounds. How are we doing tonight, and what are we drinking?
Well, it has been a up and down Friday for me. It's been a wild one. I had an interview for a position.
Oh, nice.
An hour after I interviewed, they told me I was the bridesmaid. I wasn't the bride this time.
Oh,
I'm sorry, man.
I was, they come in with the generic, we're going in a different direction. And it's the one thing I love about the state is every time I interview, that's always the response I get. But it was kind of one of those weird ones. And then I was sent an email from a developer for an indie game that they had me try out for them. So
cool.
I was watching that earlier actually, and it was pretty interesting game. One of those like was it like a novel game? Like
it's a narrative driven novel game type thing. But yeah, it's not my cup of tea really, but it did kind of catch me. So I thought it was kind of interesting. But I am drinking a Trailhead IPA.
IPA.
Yep.
Ooh.
And
So
then
you'll
I've got on
you'll be feeling it
the
here pretty
side
soon.
a Tropical Blast Giddy Up. So, I'm not the wallet's put away and no money's coming out this time.
After those two, baby. No.
Yeah.
Joecade, he's in the Joecade right now, which I'm super excited about. I don't think I've ever seen you stream from the Joecade.
I got a Wi-Fi extender now. When I tried it last time, it was glitchy and buffering but just awful. So the Wi-Fi extender now gives me the ability to do it within reason. So good stuff.
Nice. How are you doing and what you drinking?
I'm doing good. Thank God. Family's doing well. Oldest chose which college he's going to. He's staying in state, which is tremendous. It was a stressful week.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Work related. And I'm drinking diet, zero sugar Snapple raspberry.
Ooh.
There you go.
Nice. Raspberry vodka. I like it.
Sheldon reads mine.
I am drinking. Didn't have a drink ready for tonight. I had too much stuff going on. So I went back to the old-fashioned rum and Coke in my #winning cup. Because we're all
winning.
#winning. I was going to make a #4 inches cup, but it just seemed inappropriate. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it, guys.
Well, I'm enjoying my box B mug. So
there you go. But we have a great show plan. I think it's going to be. Hopefully, we can keep it within the hour and 20 minutes we have left, because I know when people start talking about their hot takes, we get really excited and we just want to defend it to the end. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off with some hot takes. Each one of us will have a hot take or two, and we're going to have the chat here tell us if you agree or disagree with the hot take. We'll let you give your hot take, why you have the hot take, and then we'll just let you guys vote on it. I thought it'd be something fun to do. So who would like to give their hot take first? And if not, I'll go first, but it's up to you guys. Who would like to go?
No awkward silences.
No awkward silences,
that's
guys.
Arcade's Anonymous. We don't.
Okay, I'll go first then. I'll like ease us into this. I'll do kind of an easier one. Okay. Out of the live action Spider-Man, okay, we have Toby, Andrew, and Holland. Okay. I think that Andrew Garfield is the best Spider-Man. I think that he did the best job out of the three of them. And I think that Toby is second, and Tom Holland is the worst representation of Spider-Man that I've ever seen.
Really?
This is not a hot take. I agree with him. I love.
I do too.
Yeah,
I like Garfield too.
Same.
I would go the other way though. I like him, Garfield, and then Tobey Maguire is last, actually.
Last? Tobey Maguire? Yeah. You got the Toby at the bottom?
Yeah.
See, if we're talking about the character of Spider-Man, Andrew Garfield his Spider-Man take in the movies was good. His Peter Parker was god awful. I absolutely hate his Peter Parker. Tobey Maguire is probably the best Peter Parker with because of him being the first one, he's kind of my favorite Spider-Man.
Hmm.
But I feel like they kind of married the best of both worlds with Tom Holland's Spider-Man.
My problem
So
with Tom is that he's never like by himself being Spider-Man. He's either Iron Man Jr. or he's got people helping him to do something, but he's never just like his own Spider-Man. Like I'm like just
well,
let Tom,
and I
own
kind
it.
of I kind of blame that one on Sony and the Marvel, because if you watch any of the Sony villain Spider-Man movies that they've done, they can't for the life of them make a good movie. And
Yeah.
Marvel came in and was like, hey, we want Spider-Man in our universe. What can we do to get him in there? And Marvel's like, but you got to let us also kind of work on the storylines. And so those movies have kind of done a better job with stories. But when you go and watch like Madam Web, Craven the Hunter, it's obvious Sony has no idea
Immortals.
what to do with
No idea.
the-
Right. I agree with that.
Very much
and
so.
it's just it's terrible.
That's a good
But-
point.
I just can't. Andrew Garfield's Peter Parker just kills that entire series for me, because I can't take Peter Parker as the skater dude serious. It just absolutely drives me nuts.
More than Toby's though. Toby, I mean, I guess because he grew up, so it kind of like made a little more sense. But him as a younger kid, I was like, Toby looked like a 30-year-old dude in high school. And it was just
Yes.
like, come on, bro.
That
Like,
was
it
the
was a little
problem.
much. It was a little much. I know they had to do it because they wanted him to be older later on in the movie, but that's what kind of
But-
killed Toby for me. And in that movie, it was like, like come on. And then Spider-Man 3
And there's
is
there's a whole nostalgia thing with Toby as Spider-Man. Like those Spider-Man 2, I don't care which one you look at. Out of every Spider-Man movie, Spider-Man 2 is hands down almost a perfect movie from beginning to end.
It's
Yeah.
true. That's a
Yeah.
good point.
but
About AC Jack's making a great point though, and that is because he was brought into the Marvel kind of the universe. He was kind of forced to have those guys as his,
my
like
thing is-
mentors almost. So
I remember watching which one's the second one? It's not Homecoming. It's Far From Home.
Far From
Is
Home.
that?
Yeah.
And he's still. I'm like, dude, do something. Like this is like the 5th movie you've been in, and you're still like not. I mean, usually with a lot of superhero movies, especially even Marvel ones, by the end of the movie, they kind of got it. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
they're the hero, and like they're gonna go do something. And I'm like, Spider-Man, this is like you've been in how many movies now, and you're still just fumbling around, not knowing what the heck you're doing. And then I felt like the one that had Toby and Andrew in it, that was good because it had them in it.
Yeah.
If they wouldn't have been in that movie, it wouldn't have been that great. So I feel like Tom Holland's Spider-Man may represent Peter Parker's side of things pretty good, but his Spider-Man is just like, get with it, man. They need to do something. Hopefully the next movie's better. That's what I'm hoping.
I think the next one's going to have a little less of the intermingled aspects that we've seen in the first 3.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
it kind of resets everything. Honestly,
Wait, you saying get rid of Zendaya? I mean, what are you talking about here? I mean,
All 3 are great. Garfield was in the worst movies. Yes,
He
that's what
was.
people said. Says the scripts were bad. Garfield was
They
good, but
were.
the scripts were awful.
He
I-
portrayed it. He portrayed Spider-Man 3 times now. So he definitely had his moment to shine. It wasn't like he was a one-off, like a George Clooney or a Val Kilmer. He had 3 movies, and I agree with you, Sheldon. I thought he was spectacular. As far as acting chops, he definitely holds the crown for all 3 of them, in my opinion.
Yeah, and growing up too, like I did the Spider-Man cartoons. I had played a lot of Spider-Man video games, and Spider-Man was always kind of like had a lot of quips, and was really kind of snarky, and like as he was doing stuff, that's what he would do, and he was real like off the cuff, could just say stuff to like. I feel like Andrew did that whenever he was Spider-Man very well. Toby did it pretty good too. Like he'd have little lines he'd say here, but Andrew just like knocked out of the park with just portraying that confident little snarky thing that Spider-Man does. So I just loved his Spider-Man. I feel like it's he deserved a 3rd movie, but Andrew apparently was hard to work with, and they didn't want to continue on with him. So it kind of stinks.
Mm.
what's he been in since then?
Not much.
No,
much.
he has not been.
I
in
think he
much.
realized that. Like, I'll
Man,
stand in.
I'll do
be-
another
be one of
Spider-Man. I'll do
The,
another
the
Spider-Man.
timeline guys. I mean,
Yeah. Any other thoughts on that one, guys? Anyone else have anything else they want to throw in the ring, or why their Spider-Man is better than Garfield? Or if you agree, disagree, let me know.
I
mean, we could really go back and say the Japanese Spider-Man where he had a
Yes.
robot and everything.
Yes.
Because that's Spider-Man.
Yes.
Todd,
No.
what were you saying?
I have a lot of nostalgia because that was, my graduating year. Spider-Man came out and we were going to the theaters. I respect Toby more than all the others. And I think he did a fantastic job in the last movie, like really portraying the more down-to-earth Spider-Man and Peter Parker. I've been doing this long enough, my back hurts, and he kind of was the mentor in that, and I thought he did really well, and he just has a place in my heart because I remember watching 1 and 2, getting. You guys remember the VHS came out with like 2.1 and 2.3.
Oh,
They
yeah.
had all the different director's cuts and
Yeah.
all that, and I remember buying all of them because I was obsessed with 8 more seconds of reel that we didn't see in the original or in the theaters. So, but yeah, I love Toby. I love Garfield too because of what you say, Sheldon. He just was different when he had the mask on and he was doing his thing. He was different, and it didn't coalesce with what we saw as Peter Parker. So,
Yeah, well said.
Yeah. All right, let's end the poll here. I think my hot take, I have lost. It looks like I have 38% people that are 43% that agree with me and 57% that disagree with me. So it's not as bad as what I thought, honestly. I thought for sure it'd be totally one-sided. So awesome. I'm happy with that. 43% of the voters agreed. So awesome. All right. So who would like to start with their
I'm
hot
going
take?
next.
all right, Joe K.
All right.
Okay.
Now, I don't
Joking
want to
is ready.
monopolize time here, but I need ample time to explain my hot take. Okay?
Okay.
The hot
And
take is
I think
that
Stock Ducks will
Atari-
like this.
Atari should have won the 8-bit era. That's the hot take.
Yeah.
Go ahead
yeah.
and laugh. Let me set the stage. Okay?
Okay.
The year is 1986. Okay? We're done from the 4-bit era, if you want to call it that. It's after the crash. So ColecoVision, Intellivision, no offense, Daryl. Magnavox Odyssey, Fairchild, Bally Astrocade, they're dead. They're all dead. There's one survivor. It's Atari. It's
so I'm gonna be the
1986.
first to vote real quick here. Excuse me. Okay, go ahead.
It's 1986. Okay? There's 3 new consoles out. 3 companies. Atari and their new console, the 7800. Sega and their new console, the Master System. And Nintendo and their new console, the NES. Nintendo goes on to win. They sell 60 million units. Master System, to their credit, when you do the Mark III, the Brazilian variants, they sell 20 million units. The 7800 sold 3 million units. 3 million units. That's it. That's a travesty. When you break down N-Gage, the lifeline, what makes a console survive or doesn't survive? And it's these 5 reasons. 5. It's not style. It's not popularity. It's this. Price, tech, games, name recognition, and arcade. We'll start at the top. Price. The NES released $200. The Master System also $199. The 7800 came out the market, launch $139.99. Advantage Atari. The tech wasn't good. Okay? But that didn't stop the NES. The NES had the poorest tech in the 8-bit market. We know that. The consoles that came out in the 80s. TurboGrafx 16 came out in the 80s. Better tech than the NES. Master System.
Gallagher
doesn't
guys
stop-
drinking more.
I'm sorry?
Gallagher guys drinking more.
Yeah, a drink. We get to games. The 7800 is backwards compatible. The full library of 2800 games. Okay? I don't want to hear about first party. First party Nintendo is Metroid, Zelda, Mario. And that's it. That's it. By 86, there's no Pikmin. There's no Pokemon. Kirby doesn't come out until the 90s. There's no Star Fox. Nothing. Nothing. There's Zelda, Metroid, Mario. That's it. The 7800 on launch came out with Qbert, Asteroids, Berserk, Centipede, Crystal Castles, Choplifter, Defender, Dig Dug, Pitfall, Joust, Tron, Donkey Kong, Missile Command, Mario Brothers.
Mario Brothers came out on Atari?
On 7800, yes!
Okay.
Mrs. Pac-Man, Raiders of the Lost Ark, Double Dragon, Frogger, Galaga, Gauntlet, Kung Fu Master, Pole Position 1, Pole Position 2, Super Breakout, Rampage, Space Invaders, Robotron, Yar's Revenge, Akira Warrior, Zaxxon, Alien Brigade, Spy Hunter, Tapper, Star Wars, Ghostbusters, Burger Time. You can go on and on. These aren't obscure games. I didn't name Johnny Ruth and the Five Rock Kickers. These are household names.
Hold on. I need to do this right here. There you
Name
go.
recognition. What was more of a name recognition than Atari? What? Nintendo is a new name at this time. Sega, no one's heard of this. Atari is Atari.
So what do you
Arcade
think
ports. The winner is also Atari. Every part. Now, if you want to say, Joe, the NES is better, fine. But in your heart of hearts, should that console have sold 3 million units while Master System and NES sold for nearly 90 combined? That's my hot take.
Okay.
Woo, Joe.
Yes, G.I. Joel. We only have an
Yes.
hour and a half. This would be a longer show, but we'll be all right.
So the passion. I always appreciate Joe Cade's passion. I knew he'd come out swinging.
Oh, yeah.
So I got to ask then, why do you think that it wasn't the number one? Like what was the factors behind it, why it wasn't number one? Like what was there? Like
think the
marketing
crash.
issue?
200 or
I think
The
the
crash.
crash actually
Crash.
hurt. Say again.
Okay.
I think Daryl's going to say it.
Yeah, go ahead, Daryl. What were you saying?
oh, I see. You also too. I mean the 50 because you're talking about the 7800, right? Right, Joe?
Correct. The new console in
So
86.
I probably also, the 5200. What was
1984.
Yeah, it didn't do great at all, right? And
It
so it's
didn't,
probably,
but why does... Go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna say is that it was probably more along the lines of, well, the 5200 didn't help the 7800 one bit, and therefore you already have that bad taste in your mouth. Well, I've already bought a 5200, and now why would I buy a 7800? Because it's, but I understand because I've seen a 7800 and it plays great. It plays great. The games play great on it, but I think it's just a predecessor to it. Probably hurt it a lot.
Do you think that the 5800 and the 7800 there wasn't enough time in between the two?
I think it's
Is that-
probably what it was.
Okay. Tech is a moot. Atari.
Atari.
Joe's younger than me. We all dumped our Ataris for Nintendo, which had better games and graphics. Is there better graphics on the 7800 than Nintendo?
But that's, again, point taken. I admit that the 7800 wasn't the best tech. I admit it was less than Master System, less than TurboGrafx.
Yeah.
But you could say the same about NES. NES was less than these systems too. The NES wasn't the best tech. Rarely does the best tech equate to the number one sales when you're talking about each corresponding video game generation. You know that.
Yes. Let's see here.
I agree. By the way, Thumber, it's
We
great.
got 18. We got 18 votes here, guys, and there's 44 in the chat. Come on, let's get the number up here. It says hot take, way too hot. Ouch! You got a hot take. So
Forget the chat. I want to talk to you four gentlemen.
okay,
Am I making sense? I mean,
Yes.
Daryl, you're my
you bring
age.
you bring a very good argument. A very good argument. I think you're it was just timing for that console. It was just horrible timing. But like I said, the predecessor just didn't help it one bit, And I don't think you can really. You can go up against the NES with it, but you can't really go back to the original, the 2600 or the Intellivision, or maybe even, well, I would say Coleco, but Coleco to me probably held its own.
At least give me this, Daryl. It's a crime that it sold only 3 million, correct?
Oh yeah. Oh, not with that banger of a lineup too. I mean, all those
name
are great
recognition,
cards.
the cheapest price, and then the lineup. It's like, and Todd, I approached him about this last year. I wanted to do a whole docuseries on this.
Yep.
Because it's just, you look at systems that failed, and sometimes you really scratch your head. And that one, I think Nintendo should have won the 16-bit era, 32-bit, 64-bit, etc.
Mm-hmm.
But 8-bit, no, I'm sorry. I mean, they won. You can't change history. But when you look back, Atari should have took it. At least sold more than 3.
I'll say this real quick too, and you can almost divide that 8-bit era up into 2 eras. I mean, you can go with because by the time you got to the 7800, I mean that stuff, they could cram so much stuff on those things, but they couldn't do that early on. So that really should be 2 separate 8-bit eras, in my opinion.
Yeah, and see, I wasn't around till the NES. That's the first one I had, so I didn't know much about Atari itself. I actually, because of Stock Jock, have learned a lot of things about the Atari. So, if what you're saying too, it sounds like it was great. So I don't really have much of an opinion here because I never really had a 7800. Maybe I should have, according to this. Maybe I should have. What about you, Todd? What do you think on the hot take that was given?
I mean, I am an Atari fan. I love it, and I recently just bought a 7800. So I love the console, but there was just so many factors against it. It should have came out in '84. It should have came out in correlation with that. Atari just wasn't just firing on all cylinders back then, and unfortunately, it cost them.
For air.
Yeah, and I mean, I personally am a Sega Masters kid. That was the console I got. I wasn't the lucky one that had the Nintendo. I had the Sega Master System. So it has a special place in my heart. And, in comparison to the two, why did my parents buy the Sega over the Atari? Because it just didn't look that good. They spent the extra money and got me the Sega when they could have bought the Nintendo, but they chose the Sega. And I appreciate that because I love that console. So,
but the Atari went with everything. It had wood paneling, and during the 80s, you obviously had to have wood paneling on everything.
Absolutely.
No, I mean, honestly, we didn't have systems in our house until probably the 90s when my mom went to a local movie store and they were selling an NES at a low price, but my dad didn't want them in our house for the longest time. And so we never had an Atari. I had to go over to friends' houses if I wanted to play Atari or NES or Sega. But Joe makes a lot of good points. However, the one that I will always come to and say I absolutely hate is tech. I'm not playing a game because I want it to look pretty. I'm playing a game because it catches my attention. It has great gameplay and it gets me involved. And so when people are like, well, graphically, it doesn't look that great. It's like, if you look at the PS3 era, they had some amazing looking games, but they played like absolute dog shit.
Yeah.
And then you go and you look at NES or the Wii during that time. Fantastic games to play, but they look like dog shit. But the Wii sold more than the PlayStation 3 did because of the fact everybody likes to play games that are compelling. They get you in there. And graphics aren't the be-all, end-all. But there are so many people out there that when they're looking at a system to buy, they're like, well, can this graphically put this out into my brain so that I'm able to play it? And it's just like, it doesn't matter. Graphics, at the end of the day, when you're playing a game, you want to play something that's fun, that's going to be engaging, and is going to get you involved in it. And I'm sorry, one of my biggest gripes when it comes to people who are like graphics. Yeah, you take your giraffics and go elsewhere.
The one thing that I really, that's a great point. The one thing that I was upset about too, and when I look back at that era, was there was no regard for the arcade scene for whatever reason. And I think the benchmark and success of the NES and the games that they had, Mario, Zelda, you couldn't play Zelda, in the arcade. You know what I mean? Mega Man, just some of those games. It was like, I think the Metroid, another one. These weren't really arcade games. I think the consumer was changing, and unfortunately, it happened at the wrong time because the arcade bangers, the 7800 had them. They had them in spades. If you want to get into, the Simpsons, Bart versus the Space Mutants, Tecmo Bowl, the third parties, Double Dragon. You could have played Double Dragon on the 7800. You could have played Double Dragon on the Master System. And no one can really give me a concrete answer. When I asked them why did NES win the 8-bit market? Well, it was the games. It was the first part. What games? In '86, there's only 3. Well, it was the price. No, it wasn't. It was the most expensive of the. Well, it was this. Well, it was that. Well, it was the name recognition. No, it wasn't. Nobody knew who Nintendo was in '86. It was. There is no I don't get an answer. I don't get an answer. Atari was gimmicky, my neighbor told me. Gimmicky. What was more gimmicky than Nintendo? They had a floor control pad, a robot, a power glove. Like, I look at Nintendo as a toy. I don't look at, now I look back at 7800 as more for the mature gamer. At least that's what I look back with.
Well, here's what I will say. Is this was, as far as the hot take, if you agree or disagree was like just beating the crud out of it, and somehow through your words, and I think everyone's words, this has turned, and now agree is now ahead.
Yes.
So the hot take is cooling right now. It's cooling down. So get your votes in, guys. We are neck and neck. It's like barely ahead. Agree right now. I'll give it till it's 15 minutes because we're at 14 minutes.
How many people voted?
The poll. We have 25 votes right now and 48 in the chat.
Let's get that. So, let's get 5 more. We'll get an even 30.
Come on, guys. 5 more votes. Put it in there, and we'll see if this is a good hot take, bad hot take.
I was gonna say, do you? I'm trying to go back and remember that whole era, like especially, how we used to get blitzed on, with TV commercials and things like that. I remember, I just remember. I remember the Nintendo commercials. I remember them. I just don't remember a whole lot about.
So, Angry Video Game Nerds, Stock Jocks, in his brilliance, he touched on something that I didn't go over, which was promotional marketing. Publicity.
Right.
That Atari, because they were Atari, they felt we could rest on our laurels, on our name.
Exactly right.
We don't need to just go. And Nintendo did the total opposite, and they blitzkrieg every commercial, magazine ad, everything. So well done, Stock Jock.
The other side of that too is I didn't even want an Atari 78. I didn't even want one. I don't. There wasn't any.
Now that surprised. I'm sorry to cut you off. That surprises me. Why? Answer me why.
I think it's just I didn't want one because I was influenced by what I was seeing on, like you said, the promotional, the commercials and things like that of what the NES was offering. And then again, I remember, the 5200 and I remember the 7800. I remember those things, but I didn't even have friends that had that stuff. I mean, I'm in my mid-20s. So I'm kind of starting to tail off a little bit.
Wait. You're in your mid-20s right now?
No, back then I was.
In the 80s.
The 80s.
Back then I was in my mid-20s.
Oh, sure. You're like Tobey Maguire in the high school.
I want to highlight Jason's comment. Graphics don't make the game. I'm not impressed with graphics anymore. Classic games are judged by some Gen Z wannabes as being horrible because of graphics when the gameplay made them timeless.
And then you have the other side, which is MG. So him and Saint Spirits are more on graphics. So guys, Guys, the next person who votes is who decides because we are 50-50, 32 votes. So if one more person votes, as soon as you vote, I'm ending the poll, and that's what it is. So one more vote is
Do it
all
for
we
the
need.
underdog. Do it for a
Come
Atari.
on, agree or disagree? Oh, that agree. We got it. We had 52% agreed and 48% disagreed. We had 33 votes.
I want to get a 7800 now because of you, Joe.
I've never played one, and I want to get one now.
I know.
Coming to Milwaukee. Oh, sorry.
Didn't they have a? Wasn't there one that Atari put out, like a, something you could buy and
The Mini, yeah, it's great. I have
Mini?
it, and
Okay.
yeah, it's wonderful. There was just so much, great conversation tonight, and I really think, and no offense to anyone else, I think Daryl hit the nail on the head. I think he won the debate by mentioning the marketing, and I do think that had a lot of effect.
Aren't we all in our 20s? J-Rod says yes. We're all in our
See,
20s.
Up here I am.
I'm gonna go back like in the 80s. I'm not gonna buy one. I'll just go over to Joe's house and play it.
Anyone's more than welcome if they're in New Jersey.
All right. We got 2 hot takes down now. So who would like to do the next hot take?
All right, did you see the thing I need you to put up in the chat?
Yes.
Okay, here's my hot take. Okay, actually, it's a little bit of a fun one, and then I'll give you.
Can we go ahead and throw it up here, or do you want me to?
Yeah, okay, go ahead, throw it up here.
All
Okay,
right,
here's my hot take. How many of you remember Command and Conquer Red Alert? Okay, is that not Joe Cade? He is definitely Kane. My hot take is I need you to go and put those things on your forehead for us, Joe. Okay, you could have been a Kane from Red Alert.
I will, as long as they're not
okay.
satanic symbols. I'll do it.
And my hot take is that this guy, and he was a fiery dude too, just like you, man.
I'm trying to get it zoomed in a little better, but it keeps just making it smaller. So, is it Yuri's Revenge?
Yuri's Revenge. It was an expansion for Command and Conquer Red Alert, and and he was part of the Nod gang. Okay, he was basically the leader of the Nods, and but yeah, as soon as I saw Joe tonight, because he's got that kind of
insane,
well, yeah.
Well, we won't say that. I mean, we'll think it, but we won't say it.
So that's my hot take. That is that Joe Cade looks like Kane from the Red Alert series, and he could absolutely play that guy.
Look,
what are those things out of his head? It looks like a Cenobite from Hellraiser or something.
That's just the way he controlled some guys, I think. I don't know. It's been a while.
Yeah.
But if nobody's go back and play, there's I know that Jay brought it because I mentioned it one time that you can actually, if you just look up RA, I believe it is. There's a whole community that's kept this stuff going. It's basically just a real-time strategy game. And it's one of my favorite games of all time. And but there was a community still going strong on this thing, and you can actually download for free. The whole the community that's modded up, and I just played it before we came on tonight. I was playing it.
This game's still going?
Yeah. Yep. So anyway, yeah, they did some pretty, B actors back then, but
Good night, G.I. Joel.
Good night, Joel.
Good night, Joel.
Good night, Joel.
Yeah. Yep. So anyway,
it's just the movie. I'm looking for this guy.
No, they had all these cutscenes, man, in this game. It was crazy. So you started off with a cutscene, and then they kind of gave you the mission as a commander.
Some of these character actors I know. Yeah.
Yeah, that guy there.
Yeah, from Twin Peaks. He played the lawyer.
Yes.
Yep.
Good
He
job.
was also
there. He is. This guy.
He was him. He was How I Met Your Mother's
Yes.
her dad.
There was also a short-lived show called The Reaper where
There
he
he
killed
is.
the devil.
There you
he
go.
is. There's Joe Gate.
Uh,
Anyway,
yeah. Well,
go and play
hot
him,
take.
man.
Do you
All right,
agree?
I will.
Hey, people know who this is. Agree? Ha ha. Ha. Do you agree or disagree? All right. Well,
might
that,
have been too
wasn't
hot
it?
a take.
Wasn't Fafra TV? It was a great series, man.
hold that thought, Stock Jock. Drink. That's what I got.
Yep.
That's what Zero Redux. Where is that? There it is. With a $5 super chat. Hold that thought, that Stock Jock. Drink.
Mhm.
Drink some of your water. Drink some of your water. Well, there
Yeah.
you go. Joe Kate, how do you feel about that? Do you feel like that looks like you to a certain degree?
Yeah, I'll take it as a compliment. There's nothing Daryl can say to offend me. He's
He
one
agreed
of
with
my
your 7,800, so you're
yeah. No,
Yeah,
You're like-
yeah. I'm gonna go buy one now because of this. I'm gonna pick one up in Midwest.
I can't
Movie
believe
Classic.
knowing you didn't already have one. I'm
No,
stunned.
nope. Was
Right.
the 7800? Could you also? I'm trying to remember. Could you also turn it into like a computer back then? Was that the one?
Yes, but you
That
needed
had the modules.
needed
You had the
Yonko. Yeah, you needed a lot of peripherals. But okay, sure. Feather in the cap, like I said, fully backward compatible. There was.
Yep.
I'm not going to go on another litany, but
yeah.
yeah.
I had the
Oh, I
the
gotta
poll
vote on
is
this
up
one.
and it's agree or really agree.
Really agree. Oh, darn
So,
Sheldon, you need
Nice.
to spin the wheel. Zero Ducks is asking. So.
I don't know where it's at right it. I don't have the wheel
Oh,
on me.
man.
Oh,
was
come on. I
gonna
wanted
build
some
the
Creed
wheel.
tonight,
come on,
man.
yeah,
You
the
can go
wheel.
ahead and you find it. We'll go ahead and take care of this. No.
That's
Yeah,
right.
we'll keep these people
Yeah.
entertained. We got it.
Yeah.
Well, we
Yeah.
got some hot takes we can throw out there.
What is the hot take again? Does not G.I. Joe Cade look like
Damien look like me.
Yeah.
Well, it's,
All
it's the lighting tonight. Normally, you're somewhere. The lighting you have in there, you just get all these like dark shades on you and everything.
Cool.
Okay. So that was Stock
You
Jocks.
close that one out quick. I've got
Yes,
another
I
one
did.
a little bit later on.
I
But
was gonna say, I'm like that one. I think we all can agree or really agree on that one. Okay, so next up, Todd, you.
Oh, you
have
gotta
a
put
hot
me on the.
take.
You gonna put me on
Oh.
the. You gonna put me on
Give him the
the
floor.
hot seat
It's just Todd. Get
Oh,
the
just
wheel,
Todd.
$5
Get the
super
wheel.
chat.
Get the wheel.
Oh, jeez.
here?
Okay,
Get the
hold
wheel,
on.
man. Get the
Gotta
wheel.
get the wheel.
Let
We got
me
this.
turn this off. I'll be right back. I gotta find the thing. I don't remember where I put it. Give me a second. You guys, you
That's
talk.
all right.
You talk and do your
What
thing.
do we?
Todd,
We-
you have me totally obsessed.
Okay, give your
with
hot
this
take first,
scoreboard.
and then I will
Oh,
get the
okay.
wheel because
Yeah.
then I'll know. I'll
All right,
know,
Todd, you do the hot take. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. What?
what's your hot
putting me-
take?
What's my hot take?
Yes.
Okay. I could go two directions here. How do you want me to do this, Sheldon? You want me to get really, really like deep and philosophical, or do you want me just to do the joke one that everybody will
Get deep. Todd,
you-
deep.
oh,
Get
deep.
deep.
I
Dig
just did
deep.
joke. We gotta go
Get
back and forth.
balls deep.
Oh my God.
deep balls deep?
Hashtag 4 inches. Let's go.
No, honestly, I when you put up the show and it was like, "What's your hot take?" The first thing that popped into my mind was, "Where are we going? Where's the next step in this community that we're in? We're all part of this arcade
I
community.
love this.
What's the next step? We have bought all the stuff. We have tons of cabs. We have tons of stuff behind us. Where are we going now?" And the only thing that comes to my mind is I don't know where we could go from here. I don't know where we can grow from here. And it really is concerning. It's almost cliche to say, but I'm worried that the arcade community is slowly drifting away. This home arcade community that we've built over the last few years is starting to go away. And it saddens me. So Totes. Totes. No. So my hot take is the arcade community over and done with? And my answer has to be no. But I want to know my panelists' thoughts and feelings here. I hope and continue that we grow as a community, but I want to know what you guys think. So I say arcade community will live on. What's your thoughts?
Okay. I'm gonna grab this wheel while you guys discuss
I'll
this.
go ahead
about how to
and
think.
jump
Yeah,
in on
Chris,
this
you go.
one.
Yes.
So I was brought into this group with my friend, the Garage Gamer. I've
Yes.
known him for 32
Ryan,
years.
great guy.
And I'm not necessarily involved in the arcade community. I like the community, but the problem I see with it is the arcade companies that are making the home arcades aren't listening to the people that are buying them. My kind of where I really love to delve into and get involved in is movies, but I do love the community and talking to the people within the community. I mean, I've met Joe Cade and you guys. I got to send him a nice little 3D printed
That's
figure.
wonderful. I love it.
I'm really getting into 3D printing, so I ended up with my first major guffaw with it today. I was trying to make some tools for my shed, and it decided to go all haywire. And luckily, there's enough
Spiderwebs everywhere.
3D printer geniuses out there that gave me some ideas, things to look out for the next one. But it really does come down to the fact that I think these companies would grow and benefit if they actually listen to the community more. And I think that's their biggest issue right now. Just as someone from the outside kind of looking at like what you guys are putting out related to home arcade and everything, is I think they would benefit more if they listen to what you guys are saying than just being like, how do we hit the people who aren't going to buy our product? How do we get people back into the theaters by making movies that they're not going to come to the theater to see anyway? But it's the people that are putting out the money, that are paying for these things. Instead of listening to them, they're kind of just doing their own thing, because they're like, hey, there's 1% over here that's not buying our product. They're not doing what we want them to do. How do we get them, instead of looking at the 99% that are and going, how do we keep these people? Well, I know the first thing you do is stop putting out Pac-Man.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's just kind of where I see it right now, is like their biggest hurdle that they need to do is pull their heads out of their asses and just realize that right now the people they need to listen to and kind of not necessarily take advice from, but kind of take a clue, is the people who are in the home arcade community who love this stuff and want to see it thrive.
So would you say, and just to build on what you're saying, there's people like me that are super fans that have 30 plus of these machines. I got a damn storage unit full of them. And obviously they're behind me in every multiple room. Do you think that they need to focus on people like me? Take at least a little bit of what I'm saying, just that little 2% of it, and make it continue to grow, because they keep basing it off of what I think is not great data. So
Yeah. What Todd doesn't mention is out of his 30 some cabs, 29 of them are Pac-Man. This variations.
Your Pac-Man argument is not very good, Jack.
Well, it's unfortunate when Arcade 1-Up releases the same arcade cabinet 6 times in a row, and then it's like, but it's a new version. It's shinier. This
And
one,
then-
we didn't take our balls and drag them across the front of it. You should like this one.
That to me is always a problem with it, is because it's almost like giving a finger to the people who just buy. Like, I'd buy one, and 6 months later, it'd be like, oh, here's a better one, and you're like, hold on a minute,
Yeah.
I just spent like $300 or $400 on this one, and now you have a better one, like right here. So now it's like, do I keep this one or do I upgrade to the next one? And that's kind of like,
But
What,
is it better? That because the other thing I've seen with a lot of the arcade community, home arcade people, is you guys like to modify the original product and put new sticks in, like better quality product, which I think is completely. It's like one of the coolest things to see is when you take something that a company has put out and you manage to elevate it to a next level. I think it's really cool to take like the base product of anything. That's one of the biggest reasons why I've never been a fan of Apple, is because if I buy a phone or a computer, I want to be able to improve upon it the way I want it to get.
Well said.
And Apple is just so far, everything has to be their way or it's the highway. And, you know, as much as there are people like the Garage Gamer who are wrong in every way when it comes to Apple, you know, it's one of those things that's really cool to see people do. You guys put out these videos that are just, it's interesting to watch. I'd rather watch people build stuff than destroy it. And so it's one of the biggest reasons why I sometimes have a hard time watching some of the people in the arcade community, is because it seems like they want to destroy versus building it. And so I like to watch the people who want to build things.
Well said. Well said.
Yeah. Well, I got to spin this wheel while y'all keep voting. We got 19 votes in there. Guys, make sure you vote. There's 40 of us here, 41 of us. And I want to spin this. And some of them are blank, so we'll just try and fill that in. If we get a yellow one, we'll give away a pickle. How about that, Daryl?
Okay. That's fair.
You might want to explain what a pickle is, just for those in the chat.
Okay. A pickle.
A yodeling pickle is up for grabs.
I have a whole freaking basket of pickles. It's terrible.
It's yellow. We're giving away a pickle.
Yellow?
It's
All
yellow.
Right.
Okay. So we have to come up with a question though, because I don't have the. This is not StreamYard.
There it is.
Oh.
Yes.
I will send out the winner a yodeling pickle.
Okay, so the first person who can guess Todd's age.
The first person to guess Todd's age gets a pickle.
Oh wow!
I liked your hot take, Todd. I thought it was. I want to give you credit. It was a really good hot take.
So I wanted to kind of talk about it a little bit too, because
I do too.
You know, you ask kind of like, what's the next thing with the community? Because it's like, where do we kind of go from here? Is it like kind of dwindling down kind of thing? And that's why I started buying the full-size arcades. Not saying everyone should go out and buy full-size arcades. That's not it. They have their issues. But that's kind of where I felt, where I was just like, you know, they're not giving me what I want. We've been begging for different cabs for 5 years now. The same cabs with the same issues. And it's like, I hope they change their mind and they start doing things that, you know, we want. Maybe if it is like a small company, like maybe John D and his Iconic, he can do different cabs that, you know, Arcade One Up and Basic Fun won't do. And then too, WrestleFest, that was kind of a different one. So I'm kind of like, okay, so maybe they're getting more in the niche side of the arcade stuff. But I feel like unless you're willing to mod or buy full size, you're kind of stuck where it's at right now. That's where I kind of land with it personally. I don't think it's going away, but I think it's putting a lot of people in a corner of like frustration, where it's like, I really want this cab. Please just do it, you know, and you just don't get it a lot of times. Well, that's kind of how I feel.
I think that we are blessed in this little community that we have people like G.I. Joel and other content creators that keep it fresh and keep it new. And I think that we need to continue to build that and build the connecting that we guys have as we continue to go down the road. So,
well, those guys like G.I. Joel, they're thank goodness around to fill in a niche that, you know, I love this take, Todd, because
so do I.
Because Is it dead? I don't know if it's dead or not. Is it dying? Part of me says yes, part of me says no. And the reason why I say yes is that, you got companies going out of business. We're on our second one that's going out of business, basically Arcade 1UP. iArcade already went out of business. What's AtGame going to do? Who knows? Okay. You've got somebody stepping in to pick up the thing. But here's the biggest problem I think that's happened out of all this stuff. And that is, okay, we're all kind of in a certain age group. I mean, Gallagher guy's a young guy. He's actually young. And I don't know how old you are, Ace of Jacks, but we're all at this age group, okay, where we've got extra funds to spend.
Yeah,
okay.
Disposable income. Yeah.
Disposable income. Okay. So when you start as an arcade company, start sending all your advertising towards people younger than this group, okay, than our group here, okay.
TikTok.
Yeah, the TikTokers. Yes, thank you very much. The TikTokers. When you start going that route, those people don't have the money that I've got, that Joe's got, that Todd's got. The guy, they don't have that money. I don't. I want 80s. Okay, 80s cabs is what's.
I want that too. We agree.
And guess what? I think their most successful. I mean, granted, Pac-Man is probably the most successful thing that they've done. All right, and Miss Pac-Man, rightfully so. Okay, but had they just stayed on that track, if anybody knows, if they had just stayed on that track rather than try to get the 20s and 30 somethings to buy this stuff. That's where they went wrong, and that's why I think we're in the why we're having the problem that we're at right now, is that they stopped coming to me. They just wanted the 20-year-olds to buy this stuff who can't afford it.
That's right. Evelina Fiorita, she was a blogger and a podcaster, and she was part of a community that was those novelizations. I forget the name, in the 90s. They were the geisha novels. And they stopped making them. And, she was in a pastoral area, and they asked her, like, how do you feel about that? And she said, I don't care, because reading and the novels and book collecting was a very solo, personal hobby. I felt like I was in a silo. But through that, she said, I built so many friends in the community. And I feel the same way. It sounds sappy, but I do. Like Chris, like Ace of Jack said, like we send each other things. The professor, I've sent him things. I'm friends with Ryan, Danny. We've mailed each other things. I got to meet all you guys, Daryl, Sheldon, Todd. I got to meet Joel, his family, James. I'm looking forward to meeting with you guys again. So, I mean, I told my wife, like, we had 32 people on our Christmas card list. It's wonderful. So I'm less concerned. I'm not trying to be ignominious on the question, Todd, but I'm less concerned about where the hobby is going.
Yeah.
But I'm more appreciative of all the value and these wonderful relationships I got that I never imagined getting. I could never imagine that. So it's going to continue regardless of what these companies do, because now the hobbyists, the enthusiasts, people like Joel, they've taken it into their hands. So it's I know there's going to be life in forward thinking, and I look forward to it.
Well, I just hope that these companies, the ones that are popping, the Iconics and the Basic Fun / Arcade 1UP, I hope they take the heart and listen. And that is that if you go down this path of releasing stuff like Sonic, okay, you're doing the exact same thing of what the company did before that went out of business. I mean,
yeah,
it's
like learn. You have so many.
Learn.
6 years of experience.
Sheldon brought up the getting like real cabinets, and that's interesting. That you can do that and curtail your hobby.
Yeah.
Based on other, I got it. I got a real cabinet, and I don't like the way that cabinet is so much bigger than the other arcade 1UPs. So rather than sell the A1Us, I'm going to plug Joel. I enlisted G.I. Joel, and I'm going to raise them all up. So, we could take existing stuff that we already bought to Daryl's point, and we can modify it. We can adjust it. I think that's a hobby in and of itself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. I agree.
Absolutely.
James hates everything. Really sums it up well.
Well, I wanted to do this. We have B Kirby here giving a $20 super chat. Thank you so much, B Kirby, for that. It says, this will fizzle out as we get older. The young generation who didn't grow up in the arcades aren't buying this stuff. I'm in my 50s. I'm not buying this stuff in my 70s, truthfully. It's a fad for us Gen Xers and millennials.
Oh, well, thank you for including me in that group.
But here's an interesting thought that Beaker, he brings this up. But why did arcades come back? Why did arcade show up suddenly out of this? It's because as our generation grew up, we realized this is something we wanted.
Yes.
So they started selling this. So I think there are going to be the younger generation that do get into the arcade cabinets. They do get into this. They love it. And say it does go away. In 20, 30 years, I think we're going to see a resurgence in it. It's going to come back because that generation is now going to have money to be able to do that.
Chris, you nailed
it. I think it's going to be cyclical. I think we're going to see this stuff. It may disappear for a while, but then it will come back.
That's a great point. The hobby isn't static. It's not. It's supposed to do this. So that's, we wanted to do this because when you're here and you go from here to here. People long for it. They want it to come back. So it's. Yeah,
I gotta imagine Sheldon doesn't have like a gate around all of his arcade cabinets, so his kids can't play them. I think he does let them play them every once in a while. So
I have a long poker stick, and if they get near it, I just get back.
Spray bottle works better. Spray bottle works better.
Because I can imagine.
Go down to the arcade one up and play it.
If the kids are playing them, they are going to remember this as kind of a part of their childhood. And at some point, they will probably say, hey, you know what's missing from my childhood is arcade cabinets. Let's start looking for arcade cabinets and buy them. There's not a company out there that does it. Hey, there's an opportunity here to make some money. They
had the Joy Committee Circle when my father was young, where the kids would get together and watch Zorro, and it was almost closed circuit. They would dress up as Zorro. It was a big memory he had. And by the time he became an adult, that died. But he passed it on to me. And my memories of Zorro were different. I don't have the memories of my father that he had interacting and playing with children, dressing up as Zorro. But my memories were watching Zorro with my father, spending quality time with my father. So to Chris's point, Casey Jackson's point, I think, our kids will remember not the experience that we had in an arcade, but they'll remember spending time with their family and fathers. So it's unique in and of itself.
Yeah. Let me go back to James's comment. That's why this hobby is great. The community and friends we've made, the arcades may go up and down, but I feel we've definitely made long life friends all across the country and globe. That's right.
I want to bring this back to Todd. He asked the question, and I want to ask you, Todd. How do you feel? I want to put a button on this. What are your thoughts on the future?
I think that I think we are going to be in a good place because I have a 16-year-old daughter, and man, her eyes lit up when she dragged that Neo Geo cab into her room and every night you'll hear it fire up and play, and she's playing a couple of different ones. Of course, maybe she's more into the games that I'm not into, but that doesn't mean that she's not going to continue to do what we do here, having those home type arcades in their home. I could see her building a rhythm game at home, making something herself or whatnot. So I don't think that we're dead. And yet again to James, man, all of you that are on this panel alone have interacted or talked with you in Discord or text or Facebook Market, Facebook Messenger or whatever. I don't see myself not being your friend in 5 or 10 years. I don't see that. I think that we're going to have still stuff to talk about 10 years from now. It's just gonna be the way it is.
Real
I
quick,
don't know
Todd,
about
how
that
old
with
are
the
you?
other guy.
How old am I? Do you
Are
really-
you 42 or 43? I don't
I
know.
am 41. I turned 42.
41.
42. Yeah.
I thought you
Who
were
had
20 something.
41?
Let me see. Who had 41? I'm seeing
I'll be 42 in May.
SD15.
That is right.
SC15. All right.
I think
Gonna
he's the
have
first
to-
one. Maybe I don't know if Jason saw anyone else, but that's the first one I'm seeing. 41. So
Yes, May.
SD15. Get a hold of Stock Jock if you're on Discord. You get home through there. If not, leaves. Actually, you can email me. I don't know if I have my ticker tape up or not, but it's just galgaguy88@yahoo.com. Just go there.
Or you can email me. Mine is easy as well. Mine's stockjock, STOKJOCK @gmail.com. Just
and you'll
email
get
me
yourself
and
a
I did
pickle.
math,
You will get yourself a yodeling pickle.
but you didn't. You know, I have to give it to you, SD15. You didn't know when my birthday was. You didn't
I know.
that was a May birth. You know, I realized I'm only a few days. Me and Vito have a few days shy of our birthdays, so I thought that was pretty cool.
Okay. So we
Congratulations.
have one more hot take, but we're gonna break it up here for a second, guys. I'm gonna do something. Yes, yours only 22. 22.
Well, if you double that and add one, then you'll be there.
We're gonna play a game, guys. Are you ready? This one, I'm actually testing this. I'm testing the waters. You guys gonna be my little hamsters in this scenario. So this is a game called Keep. What is it? Keep 3. What was the name of it? I just had it. Hold on, let me look it up again. But basically, it's you keep 3, get rid of 5. Let me look it up again. I just explained this to Todd because I was like, we should do this. This would be
Keep
a fun
3,
game.
Eliminate 5.
Yeah, keep 3, eliminate 5. I'll cut
So
5.
what-
That's what it is. Keep 3, cut 5. So I want
You
Is
don't
to.
even want my hot take, huh? I see how it is.
Oh,
now.
you're after this. So we're
okay, yeah.
You
We're-
get your
we're-
hot
we're
take
spicing
later.
we're gonna spice this up, and then we're gonna finish off on the uptick of Ace of Jacks here.
So
So how this works is I have 8 different options for you, but I only give them one at a time, and you have to say whether or not you keep that option or get rid of it. But you can only keep 3 of them, so you can save and say, "Oh, I think something better might be coming down the line, so I want to go ahead and say, we're done with this one. Let's keep going." But you might end up missing out too because something greater doesn't come.
This is fun. Okay.
Yes. So this is going to be gaming consoles that are in the 90s, 80s, and 90s. So the first up, keep it or cut it, Sega Genesis. Do you keep it or cut it? And you have
Keep.
7 more things coming up.
I say keep.
It's such a
Todd
hard one.
would say that. I know Todd would do that.
Keep.
In honor of Joe Cade, I'm saying get rid of it.
Ooh.
Well, he's gonna have Neo. Think what he's gonna have.
I'm only
So
having
keep.
8. So it's 8. It could be 8. Any.
Yes, but I can predict.
Right? You said the 80s and the 90s, you said. So we're
Yes.
not. So us poor guys from the 70s, we're just SOL. So I'm going to say yes.
70s.
I'll
What are
keep
you
that.
talking about, Stock Jock? I know you're 22.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right, I have 2 yeses and.
Because I know that system. I mean, I've heard of it.
What do you say, Ace of Jacks? Saying no?
Sega Master System is
Sega
don't
Genesis.
really-
Genesis.
our Genesis. I don't have a lot of like nostalgia for it, so
Interesting.
I can't. Sonic is not a game that I liked.
Oh my god.
But there's
I
some
know.
good. There's some Genesis had some good titles. I literally
Like-
did a video before
like what?
the
Lion
show.
King? Disney's Lion King. Come on.
They had Aladdin, they had Lion
Revolution
King, they had
X.
Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, they had Echo the Dolphin, they had Streets of Rage. they had
Revolution
Ace
X
Combat
was
Sport.
great.
Banger commercials, man.
But it
You
was
gotta remember, you have
also one of
7 other consoles coming out too that could be better that you like more that you don't know. It just
I'm gonna say keep it. I mean, there probably is stuff on there that I would like, but
Okay.
Now, are
yeah,
you keeping track of this, Sheldon?
Yes.
Or are you okay?
Yes.
You
So-
got some kind of app, or you got what?
I got a pen and paper here, dude.
Oh yeah, okay,
Yeah, I'll be just as good as everyone
Yeah.
else.
Okay, so you're keeping the Sega Genesis. Next up, the NES. Are you keeping it or cutting it? See now you see now you already got one. You're keeping.
You have to keep
So-
the NES. You have to.
Now
Yeah,
you can
okay.
hit save, right? You can hit save.
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna hit save.
All right. So
Solely for
Save.
Zelda and Mario and Metroid, I would say
You
keep
have to keep.
the NES.
you can only keep 3 now. So here's the next one. Are you
I know.
ready? Atari 7800.
Cut it. Cut it.
You shouldn't have kept it, Joe. You shouldn't have kept it.
It's low, Sheldon. It's low.
Now, how many saves do you have?
Not keeping it.
How many saves do you have?
Oh,
You know,
I
we'll
don't-
find out real soon here how much Joe really convinced us all.
Nobody's gonna keep it. Don't gonna dump it.
all right. So
I can't keep it now. I've already said the first 2 yes. So I can't
so
keep it.
you guys can only keep one more out of the
Gotta
next
go.
6. Because you the first 2 you kept.
Those were the
Okay,
first
so
2
are we
games,
cutting
man.
it? Are we cutting
I'm
it or
cutting.
keep it?
We're
I'm
cutting
Cutting
it.
the 7800.
Well, I'm zooming.
You're
I'm zooming. There.
Ooh.
Do you have one of those AI cameras that's like
Yeah.
you gotta put
It
it on
loves
this-
him.
Yeah. Okay, we had to cut it. All right. Next up, the SNES, the Super Nintendo. Would you keep it or cut it? You don't know what's coming next.
Cut it.
Could be something better, could be something worse.
I say cut it.
Cut it.
Shockingly enough, I say cut it. Even though I think that it had the best Mario game of the 2D era, and I think that Super Metroid was better than Metroid, and Link to the Past was better than Zelda. I still say cut it because
Wait a minute. Is that because you're saying the graphics were better?
no,
I'm just asking.
no, that's a good. I just think the games were better. I don't. I just think they were improved upon.
It was
Can we
a
go
great
back and
console.
throw out
It
the
was a great
NES for the
console.
Super NES?
Nope, you gotta keep it. You gotta keep it.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, I would keep the Super NES, but since everybody else is getting rid of it, it's.
I'll be honest with you, Sheldon. I would now, knowing what you outlined, I would trade the SNES for the Genesis.
It's too late. It's too late, man.
It's
Next
too
up is the PS1. Are you gonna cut
Oh,
it?
I
or
have
keep
no
it?
interest
Cut
in this
it.
console.
Cut it.
Cut it. That
Don't
that
get me wrong. I love that console, but no. I mean,
No.
okay.
I'm Todd. I'm telling you right now, that is a hate console. The controls were terrible for every game. It doesn't matter if they had good games or not. Those were the worst.
I never
controls.
knew the appeal of that console.
It wasn't until the PS2 that Sony found their place.
Yeah. Yes.
So the
I
PlayStation
can't argue
went,
with you on that, but
you cut it.
Well, that's
I
what I'm
loved
thinking.
it. I
I'm
love
thinking the
that console.
PS2's coming.
Okay. Well, it's 90s though. PS2 is 2000, so I can.
Oh, that's right. That's
Oh,
right. It was
yeah,
2000.
yeah.
That's right.
Nintendo 64. Cutting it or keeping it?
Cut.
oh man,
Cutting it.
Don't
Unless you had 3 hands and could play that. game with
Don't
that
hot
controller.
take, hot take.
That is a cut.
that was not a bad controller. Misunderstood, but not bad.
No,
Anyways,
no. That,
N64, one of the most nostalgic consoles
I remember
ever.
where I was,
gonna-
where I was wearing. That was such a moment when you played Mario 64 for the first time. I remember thinking, "This is it. It can't get better than this." I can't cut that console. I'm sorry.
Okay, so you have one cut for
it's
Ace
the
of Jacks.
first console that I have ever had that I wanted to throw a controller through the window. The neighbor's head, the old lady across the street, and then go beat to death the grocer at the store.
Oh my god!
That is the only console that is so infuriating to me. So the N64, not only cut it, bury it, send it to the middle of the earth, and we are good.
Okay, so you have Todd. What's yours? Cut it or keep it?
Oh, I'm cutting. Don't get
Alright.
me wrong. I have probably 4 or 5 of them, but
Stock
Yeah.
Jock, cut or keep
I say
it?
cut it.
All right.
Nostalgia for what's a bit.
Next up, the Game Boy Color. Would you cut it or
Cut.
keep it?
How many that we got
Wait,
left?
how is the Game Boy Color here before the Game Boy?
It could be any of them. It could be any. I could
It
have
can be in
done
any order.
any order. Doesn't matter.
And this
Yeah,
that makes 7.
Yes, so you have one more after this.
One more after this?
yes. So if you cut this
Oh.
one, whatever the last one is the one you're keeping.
I'm just hoping this other
I'm
one
gonna
shows
go ahead
up.
and cut it.
I'm cutting it too. I'm hoping
got
that
two
it,
I
cutters.
have to.
Join the group, Todd. Cut it.
Everybody's doing
Okay,
it.
I'll cut it. I'll cut it. All right.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you have cut an Atari 7800, the SNES, the PS1, the N64, and the Game Boy Color. You have kept the Sega Genesis, the NES, and drumroll, the Dreamcast. That was the very last one. You kept the
Sega
Dreamcast.
Dreamcast is an easy one.
All
to sit
day
here.
long. All
Yep.
day long.
Fantastic system. I remember playing that so many times.
I was so upset when
That's
that failed. I love that.
Oh, this
And
would
you
put a
know
DVD
why?
player in the thing. If they would put a DVD player in that,
You know
That
why
and
it
piracy.
failed?
Yeah, those were the two reasons.
yes.
It was so easy to just copy games for that
Yes.
one. I had every game in the library from what was released in Japan to America because I just went online to LimeWire.
Ah, they're still looking for you, right? They're still trying to figure out where you are.
They can keep looking; they'll never find me.
Nice, nice.
But
All right,
there were
that.
so many great games on the Dreamcast.
that was a keep and cut. Yeah,
I like that. That was fun. I like that.
yes,
Remember that one, Todd, for a Wednesday night show.
yes, yes. Okay, all right. So we have one more hot take. It could be the hottest take ever,
Could be.
and that is from Ace of Jacks Media Grounds.
We really need like some theme music or something.
Yes, I
Yeah.
know. I should have thought more. I should have got some AI rap theme music for right here, this moment.
So-
I got just Todd. If that one we could just say
No.
just, hey, yeah, okay.
No.
My hot take is going outside of games.
Okay.
I'm going with movies.
Ooh.
And my hot take is I think horror movies are scarier when they don't show what's happened.
Thank you.
The,
Thank you.
the scariest movie to me is the 1939 Invisible Man.
Ooh,
It is the only movie that has given me nightmares because everything is left up to your imagination. And all of the horror movies that are out there nowadays, I'm so desensitized. I know exactly what's
Yeah.
happening, what's going to be coming. And so for me, a horror movie that comes out that doesn't show stuff that's happening but leaves it up to your imagination is 10 times more effective than something that shows everything on screen. Granted, there are those movies where I go into it and I'm like, I'd better see some of the goriest kills I have ever seen in my life. This person better be ripping out spines. You know, if I go to see Mortal Kombat, I want to see someone's head ripped off with the spine attached from Sub-Zero. Otherwise, it's not a Mortal Kombat movie. But that's my hot take.
Well done, sir. Well done.
Oh, that's
That was a
That was
great.
great.
That was great. I remember whenever watching the old, is it Night of the Living Dead? I think that's what it is. And they're in the house, and he's just explaining. The guy's explaining what's going on outside, and that terrified me way more than if they just would have shown me what was going on outside. Like I do agree with that. I feel like sometimes it. You know, I don't watch scary movies anymore very much at all. But back whenever I did watch them, like it almost was to the point where I'm like, do they really have to show this much? Like it's getting to the point where it's like, I mean, how much, blood do you need? Like we get the point, kind of thing. I don't know. It bothered me to some point, so I don't watch them as
Jason
much
said.
or at all. Really.
Oh, little alien.
I have
know,
a
that was
fun-
funny.
I have a fun story. I'm usually not a very big like horror themed guy. Even though I love Halloween and whatnot, I'm not like a big like blood gore and everything. My wife was getting a tattoo, and we went to the salon to get the tattoo, and we get in there and the lady's like, saying that she's like gonna do the tattoo. It's gonna be like a 2 or 3 hour thing. She's like, is there a particular movie y'all want to watch or something? And I'm like, no, whatever you want to watch. She put on the bloodiest, glorious thing I've ever seen in my life while my wife is sitting there for hours. And of course, I'm not going to be able to leave. So I'm sitting here watching this. And to Asa Jack's point, I got desensitized. I'm like, okay, she's going to, this person's going to kill this person. And now, it's the blood, gore, and all that. It's not, So I just thought that's funny that you bring that up, is like, now that some of these movies come out, I'm like, oh, that's, whatever. I don't care anymore because I saw the most horrendous thing in a 2-hour tattoo session. So,
well, and it's funny because I saw the new Scream movie earlier this year,
Yeah.
and I thought it was great up until the end when they revealed who the killer was. And I was like, this makes no sense. This doesn't work thematically with any of the Scream movies. And so I was like, what's going on here? And it's funny because I do these is it worth seeing theatrically reviews on my channel. Every weekend I go and see a movie.
Yeah, I've seen it.
I'm part of the Regal Unlimited Club, so I pay a monthly fee and I can just go see movies. And it's a good deal.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
But especially when you see 2 movies, it's the equivalent of more than you would pay if you paid for the tickets themselves.
Mhm.
So, it's like $18 a ticket and it's $25 for the pass. It's kind of a no-brainer in that sense. But I went and saw Project Hail Mary, and I'd seen so many like negative like horror movies this year.
I love this movie.
That when I went and saw Project Hail Mary, it was just like coming up for air when you're doing a deep dive in water, and I was just like, this is so breathtakingly refreshing because I've just seen nothing but negative, like trash, essentially. There've been some movies throughout the year that I'm like, these are pretty good movies, whatever. But Project Hail Mary was just such a like refreshing breath of fresh air because it was a positive movie as opposed to, oh my God, this guy's in space and he can't figure anything out because he's a high school teacher.
Mhm.
And you're just kind of like, it's fantastic. I do hate Ryan Gosling because the guy has chemistry with everything, including a fucking rock. But hey, it's one of those things where I'm like, the guy's a fantastic actor.
He's great.
I hate the fact he has such good chemistry with everything. It's like, man, if I could be like that guy, I'd be fantastic. I'd be floating on air all the time. But I'm not. I'm Asa Jack's Media Grounds Chris, and I'm, it takes a few drinks for me to get to that level of charismatic.
Are you a bourbon guy, Chris?
I am not. I can't do hard alcohol anymore. I'm primarily IPAs. I don't do the hard alcohol anymore.
We got to get you out. We got to get you, Eric, the professor, Ryan. Do you come to Cleveland? Do you go to any expos or conventions? Or
Well, they're clear on the other side of the world.
I do. I had looked at going to the what's the one in Milwaukee this year?
Midwest Gaming Classic.
Midwest Gaming. I had looked at that, and then when I saw the hotel prices, I was kind of like, I'm out unless somebody wants to house me for a couple of days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's no saying what I would do at night in your room.
Not after a couple IPAs.
Yeah.
But no, I looked at it, and then it's just been one of those things where unless I can end up getting a permanent job that pays more, because my current position within the state is one of the lowest paid positions. And so I'm in a rotation in procurement. So I get to read a lot of contracts and deal with state crap, we'll say. And so You know, it's funny. Ever since I started this, now every time I open up a game, I'm like, let's read the terms and conditions. Let's make sure everything's acceptable before we install this thing, because I don't know what they want. I don't know if they need my sperm in a cup in order for me to play this damn thing. And you know, there's been a lot of them that like. EA is notorious. If you've ever read the terms and conditions,
Oh yeah, they want shoe size, blood type. They're very invasive. Yeah,
not just that, but they actually have in there, we will terminate your access to this game if we feel it is in your best nature.
Oh,
I'm sorry, my best nature. You're going to determine that. I just, it's one of those things where I'm like, no. I don't think I'm.
That's one. That's one. Can we highlight Meatball? Come to Portland Gaming Classics. I've heard such great things about that.
I have too.
Yeah,
That's where
We're all gonna go stay at Meatball's house.
yeah.
I hope there's a lot of room. A lot of room.
That's
We'll be
where
drinking grape vodka when we stay there with them.
The Portland Retro Gaming Classic it's a lot of fun to go to.
You went there? Okay.
I'm going to go to PAX West this year. I've been there the last couple of years with the Garage Gamer. So I really like going to the PAX West. You get to see a lot of games that are coming out. Like Crimson Desert was one that they had last year at PAX West.
That's where
we walked past the booth, and it was kind of like, what the hell is this? Nobody's going to play
West,
this game.
I'm gonna write that down.
PAX West. It's up in Seattle. So it was one of those things where we walked past it and we were kind of like, nobody's gonna play this game. Game comes out. I have now put in let's see, 79 hours into the game in 3 weeks since it's released.
Wow.
See,
and I just left the starting area of the game.
Wow.
Portland. Oh, that's the professor. What's up? That's something I want to circle. Yeah, that's something. I don't want to go to these things alone. You know, so that's why every year I kind of coordinate with my friends, my new friends. That where we
we're
go.
We're gonna end this poll because I think your hot take has taken over. 81% is saying they agree with you, and 19% saying disagree. So
I was just saying, I didn't really
let me actually do my real hot take, which is that I believe all redheads have no souls.
I can't disagree. I can't disagree.
We all know that. I grew up in that era. I grew up in the era where the movies were not gory or anything like that, because they just, the rating system back then didn't allow for it to happen. It's gotten so much more liberal along the years, and so. I mean, I would even go back to like Jaws, for example. Jaws isn't terribly gory, but
Jaws is the reason why we have PG-13.
Absolutely, just scared the heck out of me. But just because you knew something was coming, but you never knew when. But
I think the jump scare. I agree with Chris. That's I'd rather not see.
Same thing. Yeah. I don't want. I don't like that. I mean, I will cover my eye. I'm just like.
But then there's the eerie, scary, like peeking out of the bottom of the staircase, Nosferatu. I think for those you want to see what's going on. So, yeah.
Well, there was I went and saw A Great Awakening this weekend, which is about the friendship between Benjamin Franklin and Reverend George Whitefield.
Jones. Okay, I thought it was.
It's a very.
I thought it was Jaws.
Religious movie in an aspect.
Wait, this one I want to hear. What movie?
It's called A Great Awakening.
Religious regarding a denomination or just like the spirit?
So Reverend George Whitefield he believed everybody should hear the word of Jesus. And then you had Benjamin Franklin, who is very much everything's in science. We have to base everything in science.
Right.
So the movie's about their friendship. But the thing that stood out to me the most was you could understand everything everybody was saying because the actors in this movie were all theatrical based. So they had all come from a background in theater.
Say the title again, Chris. Say the title.
A Great Awakening.
Great Awakening.
Great Awakening.
No, don't say it
So-
again. Make him come back and watch this so I get more views.
Hit repeat.
So a lot of movies nowadays, the actors don't have theatrical backgrounds, and so they don't know how to project their voice from their diaphragm. So I don't know how many times I've sat and watched a movie where I'm just like, if I don't have subtitles on, I can't understand what anyone is saying.
Sure. Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
they don't know how to speak. This movie, everybody was clear. You could understand exactly what they were saying. They were talking so you could hear them. And it was like, man, maybe we need to go back to just having theater actors playing in movies because then I can understand what you're saying, especially if it's a Marvel movie. You know, let's get some theater actors in there to do these roles. And then maybe I'll be able to actually, you know, hear what they're saying as opposed to turning on subtitles and be like, what? What's Thanos gonna do to Thor? What?
Yeah.
Man.
Well, I do have one more thing because I know that Late Night Live is probably already starting, and
Oh, that's
Asa
fine.
Jax needs to get over there.
Mhm.
So he's already ready for you guys over there. We got him loosened up.
Oh,
We might
yeah.
have a third drink. You know, really start talking. But before we go, we have 44 people here, and we are going to do a big giveaway. This is just a thank you to everybody that have been showing up here lately, and I wanted to give something back to everyone in the chat. I'm going to be giving away a Numbskull 1/4 scale Burger Time, and this is thanks to John Fritz. He showed us how we can get one for that was on sale. He sent me something that was like, "Hey, these are on sale." And I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna get one and give it away on the stream for everybody here. So I'm gonna ask a question. So everybody get their keyboards ready. And the question, let me get this up here. I want to get the. Let me get.
And
get
I
the
will be
actual
shouting
item.
out the answer as quickly as possible.
42.
Yeah. How old is Joe Cade? No.
With that
hold on.
head and that smile, he's obviously 22 and a half.
1979.
22 and a half. He's
Why
a little
would-
bit older than me, but
Let me pull this up.
Right. Stock Jack's 22. Joe Cade is 22 and a half.
Yeah.
Yes. So let me get this to pull
I'm
up.
22
There it
times
is.
2.
Let me go. Can I go like this?
This is a banger. I love this
Yes.
no. I've got
So-
4 of them here right now.
Now
Yes.
make sure you copy his credit card information and
Ah,
do
yes.
whatever you want.
Yes.
I only put my social up here, guys. You know,
Yep.
but
Let's
Security
type his
code
name.
is
Date of
1,
birth.
2,
We need
3.
that.
Yeah.
yes. So you guys can thank John Fritz for the giveaway too. I have mine on order, but I'm obviously going to send it to whoever wins this. But the question is, since we're talking about Burger Time, what are the names of the enemies chasing Peter Pepper?
Ooh, good one.
So
Where
have
is
all-
Burger Time Babe when you need her?
she's in an alt in the chat. No, I'm kidding.
She's chasing Peter Pepper.
Yes, whoever can
Obvious.
get it first will send you out a Burger Time 1/4 scale Numbskull arcade. Who's going to get it first? Exactly. So if you don't get it through here, it is $90 on Woot right now. So that's where
And free shipping.
Yes, and free
I-
shipping.
I don't
John
believe
Fritz?
in going to a
I hate
site
that.
called
I hate
Woo-
that freaking egg. That egg, man. He always gets me.
You're close. You're close. You're close. You're close. Very close. I have Mike Hawkhurts as the winner here. He has Mr.
Yeah.
Hot Dog, Mr. Egg, and Mr. Pickle.
That's who I got too.
Congratulations, Mike.
Mike
Yeah, man.
Hawkhurts, you are the
But
winner.
have a mister in there.
Congratulations.
Yes. So you will get hit me up and
I've got his
does
address.
Zero
I've got his
Redux.
address.
He didn't say Mister. He didn't say Mister.
Mister.
He just said pickle, egg, and hot dog. It's
No,
Mister.
it's Mister. Exactly right.
Mr.
Yeah,
Hot Dog and Mr.
You can't
Egg.
forget
and
it's
Mr.
Mr. and Mrs.
Yes.
Always Mr. and Mrs. Sometimes there's a miss involved, but
Yes.
it's always Mr. and Mrs.
I've got his address. I'll send it over to you.
Yes. Send that over to me
Okay.
and we will get that out to Mike Hawkhurts. Yes.
Dude, congratulations.
Congratulations on that.
Probably
I
shouldn't
know.
go around
I
telling
feel
people
bad
that
for my
guy.
fellow Tampa guy who didn't win it.
Close though. Close. I really wish Zero Redux would have won it. He's such a good guy.
He
Oh,
is. He really is a good
Yeah,
dude.
I wish he
Well,
would have
you
won
could,
it.
you could always send him one just to be nice.
Yeah, you can send
I
him
might.
mine.
I don't know. I'll
It's
think
all about
it.
the details. That's right.
Well, listen,
Yes.
we will have we on Arcades Anonymous. We will have when we hit 1,000. We'll have 2 of them to give away on that show.
Yes. Got to get to 1,000.
So
You got
hurry
to.
and get us to 1,000, and then we'll
So
have
what you're
2 and
saying,
a bunch of
Stock
other
Jock,
stuff.
is you'll invite me to that show too, right? Even though I have nothing.
I'm
to do with
inviting
that.
myself to that show.
Yeah, just be in the chat for a chance to win, man.
Yes.
Oh wait, you mean all I get is to be in the chat?
Well, do you want to win it?
No.
Yeah, if you're
I don't
on the
wanna win
screen,
it.
you can't win it. You have to
If
be
you're on the screen, you can't win it.
But you
it's-
know,
you have to be.
he could
It's not
leave.
about
He
winning.
could leave before it and then come back.
Yeah.
He could leave and then
Todd's
Yeah.
a smart man. I like this guy.
Yes. Anyways,
It's
guys,
just Todd. It's just Todd.
just stop.
thank everyone for coming out tonight. I'm glad we got to do the giveaway. I'm glad we have all these hot takes here, guys. We had a lot
Yeah.
of
Come
hot
on.
takes.
Sheldon, we got to play just Todd. Come on.
Just Todd.
Can we
yeah.
do that? Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
Oh,
Last hot
Aw.
take though is Mappy is great, and it's just one of the best arcades
You go to
ever
hell.
made.
Robotron.
But make sure you reach out to all these different guys and give them a like, give them a sub, get on their channels, say something on one of their videos, get everyone subs up. We want to get everyone supported in this community here.
We got to get
Hey.
you to 1,000, Sheldon. We got to get you to.
I just hit 851, which I'm proud of because I have been stuck at 844 to 841 for like 2 months. I don't know why it keeps
I'm
going.
at 429. Finally, I have
Yes.
progressed.
Go on Late Night Live after this.
Yes.
Great guys.
Dang is
Uh,
thing,
yeah.
you post a video, you get subs. It's the weirdest thing
Yes.
I've ever heard of.
Yeah, and yes,
No,
Late Night
this
Live
show's
is-
already dropped me from 200 to 197. So.
I don't know what happened. But Late Night Live is next. You will obviously be redirected over to them, where you'll see Ace of Jacks there too, and he'll have more to drink and more to say. I'm guessing, just by his current state of things. But
What are you talking
alrighty,
about?
guys.
Man, that's the nicest way I've ever heard.
I want to play the outro, but if you talk during it, we can hear you. So you guys can talk during it if you want. I'm not muting everybody because I'm too tired to do that. Alrighty, guys. We'll catch you on the next one, and stick around for Late Night Live. See y'all. Bye.